What's up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, drivers, not drivers, future drivers, retired drivers, people that hate drivers, I don't know, random YouTube affiliates, potential possible sponsors? What's happening? It is Friday. It is about 1 a.m. on this Pacific Coast time, day after Thanksgiving. And there ain't nothing to watch on YouTube, really, so I'm just going to ramble. Decided I'd fire up a video, maybe some people out here like myself, they need something to listen to. Uh, so it'll be a little different. I know you're used to my well formatted, thought out, well scripted, and edited, finely polished content, but I'm gonna just let this camera roll and just babble on for that's what I always do. But you know it. But it's like a holiday. It's like a special holiday edition of not talking about anything specific until I run out of stuff to say. We're climbing a hill right now. We're kind of on the back side of Mount Tamalpais, kind of, which is the birthplace of the mountain bike, believe it or not. Mount Tamalpais in Marin County, California. Climbing it at a steady 32 miles an hour. This is a pretty good grade. You know, it's nothing crazy. We're not in the Rockies or anything, but you probably can't tell on camera. But I'm down here and I'm light too. I'm real light. Only about, I think I only 17, 18 something thousand pounds back there. And I'm still down in eighth, climbing. So not that this Cascadia with its DD15 is exactly a hot rod. I'm sure you guys with them pumped up cats and whatnot blow right up it. But it's a pretty good steady hill, man. You just kind of pick your speed and hang out. We'll come down the other side. And if it's not foggy, we might get a kind of a cool view of the city. Maybe. It'll probably be foggy. It's always foggy. Whenever I think to fire up the camera this time of morning. That's alright. That's alright. How'd everyone's Thanksgiving go? I ate quite a bit. And I stayed up as late as I could. I went to some family's house. And I drove home. And then I jumped in the truck, and now I'm doing this. So probably doing this to stay awake as much as I am to share with you guys. So thanks for helping me have something to do. Tunnel vision. I know certain viewers, certain one of my friends really like those tunnels. I'll try to mix some more tunnels into the videos. And so you can see the bar in the middle of the windshield, very prevalent today. So, it's a holiday. Let the bar come out and flex out a little bit. We being myself, the truck, and whoever's watching this, are the only people on the damn road right now. A little while ago, there was probably 5, 6 cars all kind of traveling together. And they were probably drinking. Just, I don't want to, accuse people of stuff, but just from the either drinking or just real tired. Maybe they just had too much turkey. It's got that nortryptophan in it. Maybe that's all it was. They were just just trying to get home. But they all turned off and took a different highway. They all merged off on 580, and I'm on 101. So ever since then, I haven't seen another soul, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool. Oh, there's one. Bet you it's a cop. Let's see. That was a Tesla. I don't know. Probably not a cop. I don't think they got Teslas yet. So, all right. It's officially a bridge thought now. I got the Golden Gate Bridge. You're not getting the view I hoped for because it's dark out, but that's all right. It's still cool. It's still cool. It's not that foggy either. It's not that cold either. It was cold last night. I was on my way home. I had the heater turned all the way up. It's still cold. It was like, cold for here. It's in the high 20s, which is pretty much Arctic temperatures on the West Coast. I think it's in the 40s now, something like that. It isn't bad. So, I don't know, who's out here riding? I know a few of you are. I know a lot of people got to go home, and that's awesome. And me too. I got to go eat. Would have liked to have been able to stay a little longer and not been stressing on doing this, but man, you can't have it all, right? And could have been worse. I got myself a bunch of leftovers on here with me, so I got a good lunch in a little bit. I got ingredients for a really cool turkey sandwich. I got some potatoes, green beans. What else I got in there? Some vegetables, garlic type concoction. That'll be pretty cool. Some rolls. Yeah, nah, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be a good day. It's a light load, like I said, man. I should be able to bang this out pretty fast. Go home if I want. Maybe there'll be another one. Maybe I can go back and grab a second trailer. We'll see. We'll see. It's Black Friday and everything, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot in the refrigerated world. I think all of us reefer guys, were real busy the last week, but it kind of dies down for about a week, and then the following week starts ramping back up for Christmas. Everyone needs all their ingredients for their dinners and stuff. I was kind of happy I actually saw people out, man. There's a ton of traffic yesterday. I'm glad people are getting back out and visiting family and doing whatever on holidays again. You remember a couple years ago when nobody did that, and that sucked. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad and depressing. And I'm not all that social, to be honest with you. It's tough for me to gather up not courage. It's gather up the energy to go visit people, because some people I saw yesterday, extended family, and then, their family, whatever, is, I only see them once a year, if that, and you only have so much stuff to talk about when you get a little older. So I just try to let them talk for the most part and share what they got going on and whatnot, and just kind of be there. It's sort of tough to drag my ass out of the house and go do that. I could have sat there and watched Netflix and sat by the fireplace all day. I would have been perfectly happy, honestly. But I'm glad I went, because you never know when your last opportunity to see somebody, a loved one, even if it's someone you don't see very often, someone that's impacted your life or whatever, you never know when it's your last opportunity to see them. So I don't regret going at all. I'm glad I made it happen. And it's worth it to be a little tired today and kind of drag my ass the way through. It's fine. It's all good. Let's be honest, which one of us isn't sort of really, really tired going down the road at least once a week anyways? I know I am. A refrigerated life. You're out here during these kind of questionable hours most of the time anyway. Oh, another tunnel. Sorry. You probably figured that out. We're in a tunnel, so if you're just listening, look at the screen real fast. Tunnel. I'm going to come through down to the other side. Down to the other side, and we'll be on Highway 1 for a minute here, and then we'll merge over to Highway 2, or Interstate 280. Big ride. Still no cars. I love having it to myself, though, huh? You know that feeling? Especially in California, especially this part of California, you don't run into that all that often. You get out into a little bit more rural areas, especially up north, you might be the only car you see for quite a while sometimes. But this is a pretty populated area, obviously, so it's kind of rare you have this much of the road to yourself. You can just do whatever you want. What's that? That's an ambulance. I guess they always have to work too, huh? The paramedics and the cops and the essentials. Remember that when we were essential? I always said expendable, because basically that's what they told us. Oh man, there's this horrible deadly virus. It's probably going to kill most of the people you know. You're like, damn, well, what should I do? Well, you should stay home and hide. Your life's valuable. Oh, all right. Well, no, not you. I mean, you got to get out there and drive. Oh, all right. Well, that's all right. I didn't care. I made good money during that pandemic. Personally, I bet a lot of us did. There's plenty to do. I stayed real busy. I did pretty well financially during those years. Here nor there. We were reminiscing on some of that yesterday, and I have family members that have like real jobs or whatever, and they were all working from home and during that time, and yeah, it was amazing. Remember the first time you got to go back out to the store? I'm like, nah, man, like I don't, because I never stopped. I don't know what you guys are. I can't relate to what you're talking about. So I guess if you sat at home the whole time and just watched the news, you got a very different picture of all what the world looked like during that time span than I did, that was actually seeing it with my own two eyes. And I think most people on here, it was just more of an inconvenience, really. So, I mean, and some people lost family and stuff, and I'm sorry for that. I got lucky. I don't personally know anyone or know anyone that knows anyone that really lost anyone, so I guess I am lucky. I shouldn't make too much light of it, but the whole thing did seem pretty overblown to me, honestly, and now they're just kind of like, oh yeah, that's in the past. Anyway, I don't know what got me started on all that. Look at this. We're in Golden Gate Park. We're driving through Golden Gate Park, pretty famous. A lot of, especially from the 60s or whatever, there's a lot of hippie activities. I get, obviously, before my time, I guess both sides of this road and all through it used to be full of all those VW buses with all the hippies and tie-dyes and whatnot all living through here in the 60s. That was probably a pretty cool time to witness. There's still people living out in them bushes, but they're not hippies. They're something else. You know, you don't want to walk through here too much at night by yourself anymore, unfortunately. All right. Well, I don't know. I just felt like talking for a while. And no one's on Zello. There's no one to listen to on YouTube. I listened to Elite Podcast. I already checked him out. If you're a fan of Elite like I am, you can go check that out. He had a pretty cool story on how he got started trucking. And yeah, I appreciated it. I thought it was kind of cool. Kind of a downer towards the end, to be honest with you. A little bit of talking about how you sort of just feel like every day is stuck. Or excuse me, every day you're just doing the same thing. And goddamn, can I relate? I think a lot of us can. You get to a certain point in your trucking career, and probably just an age, where you kind of did the damn thing, and it's just sort of routine. It's not too exciting, and you sort of know what the money's like, and there's only so many more steps forward you could take, and you know, which is a good thing, right? It's okay to be settled in. It doesn't have to be a bunch of ups and downs, but it does become monotonous, and a lot of time does fly by. And I was thinking about that yesterday when I was at dinner. Some friends and family I don't see, I'm like, wow, they've aged. I was like, oh, wait, look in the mirror. Hey, I've aged also. Look at that. Go figure. I'm not a kid anymore. Kind of a lot of time just sort of disappears when every day just sort of runs into the next. And that's coming from a local driver, man. I know everyone over the road thinks, not everyone, but a lot of guys over the road think that local is just like a nonstop party, and it's just like a 9 to 5, and you just have nothing but free time. And it's not my experience. I'm still doing this, you know, between 50 to 70 hours a week and 6 days a week and whatnot. So, I mean, I do sleep in my bed, which is awesome, and I do take showers in my own shower most of the time, which is awesome. I'm not complaining about that at all. And I do get home and collect my own mail, and that's cool too. It's great. I mean, there's certainly perks to it, otherwise I wouldn't do it, right? But it's not quite, for those of you thinking you're going to go local and all of a sudden it's just going to be like a vacation or whatever. Well, it comes with its own sets of ups and downs, believe me. And like I said, it works for me for now at least, or I wouldn't be doing it. But it isn't, how do I say it? It's not perfect. And it might not be exactly what you expect, because you are going to work all those hours. You know what I mean? There isn't, I don't know. It's a little bit more sense of urgency doing local work. You got more, you know, you're just on a tighter timeline. I don't know. Anything you can reach within a day, you need to get there. It isn't, you can't pull over, shut it down because you got 2 days to make 800 miles type thing. That's fine though. It kind of makes it go by quickly. It kind of makes it, because you're always sort of fighting the clock or whatever, so it keeps you moving, and then before you know it, you're done. So that's nice. I like that part about it. Like, and I don't know, you're kind of, a little more interactive, and I don't really like people, so that part of it I don't like that much, but I guess it's probably healthy mentally to interact with people a little more often, like I'm forced to, because otherwise I just sort of don't do it that much. Yeah, these roads aren't very good. Roads are not. This is called 19th Avenue, so it's technically a city street, but it's also considered US Highway 1 right now, so I have a feeling the city doesn't want to pay for it because it's a highway, and the feds don't want to pay for it because it's a city street. So it just looks like this. We just have like that. I don't know if you could see that. It's like a 18-inch hole just right there in the middle of the lane. Anyway, well, I've been just rambling this whole time, but just think I'm about done talking. I hope you had a great holiday. I hope you're at home right now. If you're not, I hope you're making good money right now. I hope, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you're doing. If you feel like it, if you happen to have time, and or not, just hit next video. Do whatever you want. Leave me that thumbs up or down, or you know, push the YouTube buttons. And I hope you have a great rest of your Friday or whatever when you happen to be watching this and listening to it. And I will see you all out here. I'll catch you later. Be safe. Have a good one.